So here are things to remember when you face social eating temptations, which are the majority of you. You struggle with saying no to people. People invite you over for dinner. They make food for you. They surprise you with treats that were your old favorites, and you say to yourself, "Hey, you know, I kind of got to eat this because I don't want to be offensive," and so forth and so on. You know the spiel. You've had it 1,000 times, especially those of you who are social eaters and you love to dine with people. Maybe you see it as a spiritual thing, like a church love feast or something like that. Regardless of why, your real struggle comes from not realizing a few things. First of all, number one, you have to remember that people are toxic. They don't mean to be, but they are. And they're toxic because they don't see that food is a monster to you. They don't see it's like inviting a vampire in.
Don't ever invite a vampire into your house.
You're actually struggling, and they don't see that. And you can't blame them because they're not struggling. For someone has never struggled with their weight, they've never struggled with food, then naturally when they see food, they see eating one little thing. It's like watching my mother eat. My mother's always snacks, so she'll keep her stomach acid low. And she'll just go around and grab a banana and wait a while and have some cereal, and she'll eat about 4 or 5 times a day. And she's a skinny old woman. And that's always the way her body's been, because she doesn't have that click-on mechanism that says, I've got to power down food. I don't identify with food. I don't attach to food. That's what her mind tells her. Myself, it's not that way. So what do I have to do? I have to remember that people are unintentionally toxic. So that's the first point here. And you can never forget that. But the second thing is, people aren't going to, for everything that you do, you're not going to get a payoff from it. So for every time that you've ever caved and eaten because of social pressure, you notice one or two things. One, you feel worse afterwards. You know that. But two, it wasn't worth it because you didn't solve whatever problem you were facing. If you eat because of social pressure, you're not going to make the people that you're eating with like you more. You're not going to improve a relationship. You're only going to hinder your own progress. That's why I made that video years ago called Be a More Selfish Eater. You've got to eat for you. You're not eating for anybody else. You're just not. And if you can't do that, then that's the way it is. And so that's kind of the way it is. So remember those things as you go throughout the day. There's no point whatsoever in doing all of those sorts of things. All right, you guys have a good day.